to the Empower Me Show with Pam Bright. This show is all about honoring you as a spiritual being, having a human experience. You are here for a reason, and it's no mistake that you are here on earth right now. Spirit has guided you to this very moment in time, so you could hear the messages Pam is about to share with you. She is a multidimensional healer, light language channel, transformation coach, wife and mother, committed to helping you discover the tools and practices to empower you to live the best life you can. You get to choose the spirit path you take. You can connect to the spiritual guidance already all around you. Get ready to live a fully empowered life. This is the Empower Me Show.
Welcome back to the Empower Me Show. My name is Pam Bright. I'm so glad you're here. Many of you have been following for quite a while. This show actually has been going on since 2021. So for those of you who are tuning in for the first time, or maybe you've been here for a little bit and it's been a while since you've been back, welcome back. I'm glad you have joined me once again. This is the show where you get to be the one to get tips, tools, and techniques that empower you on your spiritual journey. So often I bring special guests in here and have them tell you about themselves and what they're doing in their lives, how they are empowering themselves, and what they are doing in service to the world and to you specifically. So again, welcome back. Today we do not have a special guest, although because I channel lots of different energies that are waiting for you, then we do have many special guests in the etheric world. So welcome all of you who are waiting to come and join us today. I do have my trusty crystals that I work with all the time. And so I've got my selenite that reminds me that I am light, and I bring that fully into my space. And then I also have my partnership quartz crystals that are 2-in-1. They are intertwined and they've got a nice solid base here to remind me that I am not alone in the world, but I actually partner with you as much as I can in order to live my life to the fullest. So as we get going, please get whatever you need to make sure that you are present. If you need to close a door or turn off the noise from the outside world, go ahead and do that. If you're on your phone, you can actually hear me on your phone through different means like Spotify or iTunes. I think we're on there, or iHeartRadio, but lots of different ways. YouTube, if you want to see me on YouTube, you can do that, as well as through Facebook. So lots of different ways to connect in, and I'm so glad that we're all here together. This is the day of February 9th. It's actually the 9th day. It's February 2nd. And my understanding is that yesterday was what is called Imbolc in the, I don't know what tradition that is, but February 1st begins a new season for many people of, if they follow that pagan calendar, I think it is. February 2nd, I actually did a writing on, because I do channeled writing as well as channeling in the moment through my intention and through prayer. And so I did actually write something this morning that I'm going to share with you. But before I do that, we're going to bring in the grounding that's needed for all of us to let go of what has been throughout the morning. If it's nighttime for you, then throughout the day, and then into the night. Currently, it is noon here in the Pacific Northwest, and I'm going to bring myself fully present for you so that I can be grounded and centered and relaxed, and to bring you exactly what you need in this moment. So if you can, close your eyes Closing your eyes actually brings you inward into your heart. And a nice deep breath helps to do that as well. If you need to be able to concentrate on what you're doing because you're at work or you're driving, then absolutely go ahead and do that. I want you to be conscious and safe and know that you'll get what you need, even if you have to be alert for this. And if you can, close your eyes and receive. I like to put my hands on my body, right where my heart is and my solar plexus, because that helps me to center and ground. So I invite you to put your hands wherever they're the most comfortable for you. And I take some nice deep breaths myself to bring me down into my belly. And I ask the Earth Mother to assist me in this grounding exercise, thanking her for everything she's doing for me as a soul in a human body. And I ask her to now give me everything that I need to sustain my physical health. And as I do that breath and I connect in with her, I immediately am connected in with the roots of the earth. All of the different roots of trees and vines, bushes, anything that takes root in the ground, I'm connecting to now. And I'm asking those roots to remind this body system that I have of how to bring my grounding cords that are connected to my body down into the earth to connect to the roots and the grounding cords of the earth. Om Nanahi. And I'm using some sound to anchor that in. Om Nasanehi. Om Nasanahi. Om. 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 And as I'm connecting to the roots of the earth, I'm seeing that these roots are not singly laying in the earth. They're actually intertwined with each other. And I'm getting the information that these intertwining roots and beings that are in the earth, they act as a support system one with the other. And so as the roots are connecting, so are the beings that work with the earth connecting with each other. The elementals that live in the earth, the fairies and the gnomes, the elves, the creepy crawlies that live on her, all of the beings that are naked to our eyes because they are smaller than we can see, they live inside of her as well. And so they are all a dynamic system in and of themselves, connecting one with another to remind us that we are a collective whole. Otarabahi Anasanehiahu Anasahianahu Anaye Anasahi 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 Anaye. And so we bring all of them together into this moment. Into this moment in time, we bring them up into our bodies, asking all of these beings that live within the earth as well as on top of her, we ask them to fill us up with their essence, knowing that we are all connecting as one whole unit of life. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that. And we now bring those energies into our bodies, through our feet and our legs, up into our torsos, and through our hands and our fingers, up into our heads and up through our heads, up through the ethers, up to source, connecting with the stars and the planets. And if you want to keep going, you can connect in with all of the other universes, the multiverse, as you will, with all that is here to support you into this now. And with a nice deep breath, you can come back into this center. And we thank the gods that you work with, the gods and the Gaias and the male and the female entities, the totem animals, the crystal beings, all the stone people, all of the swimmers, the whales and the dolphins, the turtles, the sea lions. We actually connected right into the algae of the oceans, the seaweed. So we connect in with all of that yummy, deep sea nutrition that is always available to us. And so we bring the waters in now too. Nakaraite utututu itatataitaitu nanana senanai chinamaitu anana senanaite saramakia. All right, so that's good for now. If there are any last energies that you want to bring in, go ahead and bring them in now to support you. And welcome back. Hi. We never know where we're going to go on this show, so just stay tuned every week and you'll find something different. But I always bring in the energies at the beginning of the show, and then throughout the show, it just unfolds naturally the way it's supposed to. This is a channeling show. This is a healing show. This particular episode, you're just going to see me, although you might see some other beings around me if you're a seer. We are also getting the hot air balloon energy for you, and the sea. So you're getting the waters as well. Welcome, welcome. And we've got the green, so you get some forest energy. And before we get moving much further, I'm going to actually do some reading for you that I wrote this morning. I channel through stuff when it's appropriate and when it feels right. And as I mentioned, this is a 9-day. I'm a numerologist in training. I'm teaching myself. And so I put the date together, and it turns out to be a 9-day. When you add 2 and 2 and 23 together, you get a 9-day. So let's see if it works with 2023. That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, interesting. Okay, so when you get 2023 to 2023, you get an 11-day. Well, 11 is really powerful as well, but we're going to say it's a 9-day, okay? Because that's what I channeled through. So if you connect to an 11, we can connect in with that as well. But really, for me, it's a 9-day. And so those energies are speaking to me today. So this is what came through for you. This is the ending of a cycle. Completion is the key word today. Look at your life and your accomplishments, as well as your disappointments. When looking at your life as a project, it's important to be honest with yourself. You have goals. You made promises. It's a brand new year, and you made resolutions about what you were done with and what you wanted to bring in that's new this year. As a 9-day, you have the opportunity right now to say yes to who you have been. You can say goodbye to the old and yes to the new. Your life is up to you. Be well and know that we love, love, love you infinitely. Now, when I wrote that, and I wrote, we love, love, love you, what I heard was that all of the beings that are supporting us say they love, love, love us. So isn't that great? We have helpers to support us in this lifetime. It's so yummy. So if you connect to angels, your angels love, love, love you infinitely. If you connect to the totem animals, they love, love, love you infinitely. If you connect to the galactic beings that are living off planet, off the earth, and on other planets and other worlds, they love, love, love you infinitely. And guess what? I love, love, love you infinitely. And that's the truth. So going with that theme of a 9-day, I picked this card from the Earth Warriors guidebook. Here we go. Earth Warriors. I'm going to show you this. This is the blessing of Kumu. No good thing shall be withheld. So I don't know how well you can see that, but I think it's a beautiful deck with lots and lots of great imagery on here. Oh, and some old souls that are coming through on here. Actually, some old souls and some young souls too. We got the butterfly, thank you. And we've got a beautiful lioness. And the owl. The owl is a messenger, which is awesome. And the star beings. Lots of star beings come through all the time for me. So it's nice to see that in artwork. So I'm just going to read you a little bit, give you some more introspection about this number 9 day. The universe wants to express its creativity, healing, and brilliance through you. It does not want to be limited to repeating what has already been. Newness needs to burst through you into startling expressions of abundant life. Ooh. I'm going to read that one again. Let's see, where am I? Newness needs to burst through you into startling expressions of abundant life. Oh, that is yummy. You are guided into unknown territory, guided to go beyond that which you have known yourself and your world to be. So that something original and necessary can be brought to life. The universe knows all that you need so that you can best attain your destiny. All shall be provided for you. Expand your faith to allow for the greater workings of spirit. Ooh, that is yummy. I love that card. So yes, what do I talk about all the time, guys? I talk about guys and gals and ladies and gents and those that don't identify with either. I love you all. So I talk about endings and beginnings all the time. I talk about honoring our past. I talk about honoring what has been. I talk about honoring what is so right now and having an intention for creating our future. That is the wheel of life, right? When we look at life as a whole and we look at the many, 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 many times we are able to go around the circle of life in any lifetime, and how many times we go around the wheel in multiple lifetimes. It's a never-ending circle, right? It actually completes, and then it starts again. So what is that metaphor for you? What are you taking away from that? I know I always talk about a lot of things in this particular show, but I want to give you a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of introspection, a wealth of really looking at what's working and what's not working. What do you want to change? What feels like you want to expand on? What tools, tips, and techniques were you hoping for? I recently did a couple polls on Facebook that many of you have seen. Some of you have commented on and given me some feedback. But what I did was that I asked you, what did you want to hear? What kind of content do you want to have with this show? Many of you said you wanted more channeled messages from me. Some of you said that you wanted some more full body system wellness information. Others of you said that you wanted to have the special guests on. So I'm listening. I want your feedback. You can always contact me either on brightbutterflynetwork.com or on the Empower Me Show at gmail.com. So you can let me know what it is that you want. Okay. So this is a live show, which means that I am taking callers and I am taking requests for healings or prayer or coaching, comments, concerns, and needs. This is the place to get what you need met. So 1-800-930-2819 is the phone number, and you're welcome to call me and talk to me. In the meantime, we're just going to keep on going with these channeled messages and see where we go from here. Okay. All right. So, what's wanting to be acknowledged right now, and it reminded me before the show, was some of you will have your guides try and get your attention by moving certain things around in your home or your environment, or touching certain parts of you to give you a sensation of their presence, or they'll have you smell something that is familiar to you that will spark a memory, or get your attention, or you'll taste something that is like, whoa, where'd that come from? Who's trying to get a hold of me? Some of you have really vivid dreams, and so your guides will come through that way to let you know that they're wanting to give you information and wanting to talk to you. Well, I have been having this this thing. I don't know if it's a guide. I think it's a guide that's trying to get my attention, and it's right about here. And it feels like somebody's touching my hair. And so I'm going to connect in with that and see what it is that wants to come through, because it's something. And I think it's something for all of us. So I'm just going to connect in now. And see what it might be. See what might be there. Okay, so I got this little baby dragon and I put it on my computer. He's really, really cute. And I'm not sure that it's a baby dragon necessarily, as what I've heard is it's a different breed. Like there are really large dragons and then there are really small dragons. And the really small dragons only have, I think, 2 paws from what I heard. I can't really tell with this one, but it is a small dragon. So I'm I'm thinking that little guy might want to talk to us. I'm going to see what else is here. Anaserakia tarakia. Arakia nanakia. Anakia na kia sanaki. Anakia sanakia tanaki. Anasanakia tanaki. Naya tanamiki aramaike. Okay, so it is this little guy, and he's not from the Earth plane. He's not one of them that works with the karmic release stuff that I work with. He is on a different planet, in a different galaxy. Interesting. Okay. All right. I'm not quite sure where he's coming from, but he's not in this solar system. Okay, I'm getting that it's a he. I said he. Do you have a name that you'd like to let us know? Reefy. Okay. You're Reefy. All right. Reefy wants to talk. All right. What do you want to say, Reefy? What's your message for us? Okay. He lives on an island. There are many islands where the dolphins live. But this is an island that is exclusive to these dwarf dragons. Okay, so he's a dwarf dragon. All right, what does he want to tell us? What do you want to tell us, Reefy? Okay, he says, don't be afraid of who we are. Don't be afraid of us. Okay, so there are many, many lifetimes of dragons that have existed. And there's been a lot of people, a lot of ridicule about whether they are real or not real. And he's letting us know that he's definitely real. And just because you cannot physically see him does not mean he does not exist. They're coming back. Many of the dragons are coming back, and many people now are channeling them through because that's the best way for them to be known. Na na di 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 not they do. Okay, so he's here to remind you of who you are, especially those of you who have had many lifetimes with the dragons. All right, so this island is off planet, off in another galaxy, with many, many universes that we are connecting to now. And so this one, okay, what I just heard is there's about 10,000 of them on his island. And they all, okay, so they can go back and forth between dimensions. So those of you who are able to see into the multiverse may be able to see some of them, but they will come and go, depending on who needs to see them physically. Okay, and he's also saying that he comes through in dreams a lot for many of you who are connected to the dreamscape. Okay, so he's reminding us of who we are. He's reminding us of our magic that has existed throughout time, throughout history. Actually, interesting. Okay, before even the dinosaurs. All right, he's telling me that those of you who want to connect to him, Rifi, here's Rifi, you may connect to him in your dreams, and just with the intention of connecting to him or any other dragon. You can do that through intention and through speaking it into existence before you go to sleep. And he will come through in your dreams. Thank you, Rifi. Appreciate that. All right. Who wants to receive a little bit of light language from me? It's not from me, Pam. I mean, it comes through me, but it's from your guides, teachers, and angels, from the beings of light that work through me, that are always ready for you to give to you. They want to give to you. There are also guides that want to work with your physical self. So who's going through it physically? Who is having pain in their body right now? Or an injury, or parts of you that aren't working well, or, parts of you that want to be taken care of more. There's somebody out there that is going through it physically, that I'm connecting to etherically here that would love to have some coaching or energy work done, healing work done, something. So if that's you, you want to connect in, you can do that on the chat line at Transformation Talk Radio. Just go to the chat and let me know that you're here, or you can go to the phone lines and call in. I'm also going to check my phone to see if you've emailed me at the Empower Me Show, because that's available as well. All right, so we're going to see. Okay, nobody there. So what else could I tell you? Well, the Full Body System Wellness Program, as I mentioned, it's the coaching program that I've already created, but I'm fluffing it up, expanding it, making it bigger and better. And it's going to be launching here real soon in the next few months. And I am going to let you know as we update things and put the advertisement out there that we are calling you, calling you forth. If that's something that interests you, it'll be live calls on Zoom. It'll be one-on-one calls with me. It'll be homework for you. It's just going to be a nice, expansive way for you to dive deep into 2023 so that you can get really a full life of what you need with spiritual support, energetic support, and coaching support in all the dynamic ways that are available for you. So please let me know if that's something that interests you as well, because I'm right here for you. And I'm going to have some water. I recommend drinking a lot because water is your conduit for your energy system. So you want to make sure that you're hydrated. Every part of you in your body needs water. So water supports life. So who has a question? Who has a question and a need? Would love to talk to you. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep yakking here. And we'll see what comes through, okay? Because this is the fun part for me, is just letting those energies come through and see what wants to be transmitted. All right, so I'm going to pick some more cards for you as well. And we're going to see where it goes, okay? If you want to hear somebody other than myself, then call me so you can hear yourself talking. All right, so now we have the blessings from the sun. The blessings from the sun. Boy, I love that. And this wonderful shamaness being here. Beautiful card. All right, we're going to see where that is. That's number 18. So, who connects to the sun? Who's been noticing with how different the sun is these days? I was up this morning with the sunrise. I was actually up earlier than that. For those of you who are up early birds, I woke up pretty much mid-morning, midnight, I should say. It was about 3 a.m. and early morning in the Pacific Northwest. And sometimes that happens where I'm just awake and I'm thinking, why am I awake? Who's trying to contact me? What's going on? What's the message? And sometimes I get it consciously and sometimes I don't, but it comes through and I trust that. So we're going to see number 18. So the sun. What is it about the sun that you connect to? Yes, it is the source of life, a source of life and light. It gives us our human existence, right? It allows us to stay alive. But we don't have to only get light from the sun. We can get light from the moon. We can get light from the stars. We can get light inside of ourselves, in our hearts and our souls. I did a wonderful meditation this morning with the sun. So that what I've noticed as I've been connecting to the sun is that its brilliant energy is coming through in a way that is different than it had been in previous years. I don't know how many of you are noticing that, but definitely different for me as I'm connecting. So this says, the condor swiftly brings the will of spirit to earth. Okay, so this is connecting in with the condor, the big giant bird, through the gift of powerful medicine. So, have you ever thought of yourself as powerful? Have you ever thought of yourself as a medicine person? I believe that spiritual energy can be a medicine to heal us on every single level. Our minds, our brains, our organs, our mood, the way we think, our emotions, our relationships, who we are being in the world is affected by our connection to spirit. This is the prophecy of resurrection. Despite great odds, even in the face of what may appear to be an inevitable defeat, extraordinary triumph is at hand. So when you think that your life is over, or when you think that you are at the end of your rope, or when you think that you're defeated by something, or something's ending, know that a new energy is just being birthed in that same moment. There's a saying that whenever something dies, something new is born. So consider that. Consider that when you are saying no to something, when you are saying I'm done with something, when you are ending a cycle like we are today, or for those of you who are connecting to the 11, the 1-1, right? You may be connecting to 9, you may be connecting to 1, or you might be connecting to 2, because 11 is 1 plus 1 is 2. So then we've got our partnership, right? 11 is another magic number. So looking at that as a connection, right? 11, 9, any number can be sacred. Any number can be power, right? It's up to you how you take the symbology and turn it into a lesson for yourself. All right, so this is the prophecy of resurrection, when we can look at something that may appear to be inevitable defeat and turn it into extraordinary triumph. The rising of what was thought to be lost is resurrected. It shall happen with unexpected and surprising swiftness. Your divine destiny is now held in the guiding hand of a great spiritual master. Who do you trust in the world? Who is your master that you look up to? Is your master Jesus? Is your master Buddha? Is your master the tree, the almighty tree? Is your master the ocean? Maybe your master is the forest green. Maybe your master is your pinky finger. Maybe this is where you get your power from, because your pinky finger reminds you, oh, I'm just one part of my whole hand, right? So I'm giving you a lot of different symbology today to connect to. So hopefully you can grab onto one of those things that I'm connecting in with to give you some hope and some peace of mind that you're on the right track. Maybe you connect in with this hot air balloon that is full of color and is going up, up, up into the sky, right? And you're connecting in with the feeling of floating through space, right? We connect in with all of the colors of that hot air balloon. We can connect in with the rainbow. We can connect in with the painter's paint, right? You can connect in with the chakra system, all the different colors of the chakras, of which there are a lot. Talking about colors, that reminds me that any of you connect in with colors that don't necessarily exist on the earth. I know that may sound like a strange statement, but let me tell you a little story about that. Ever since I can remember, when I would, like kindergarten, I think even, I had the experience when I was using color crayons that there were supposed to be more colors than I could see. And I didn't know how to explain it, and I don't really know how to explain it now, except for what my senses are about that. And even throughout my life, from the time I was a young child up until now, I still have that experience of looking at whatever I'm doing with my colors, whether it's felt pens or color crayons or a piece of clothing or, a paint palette. And I think, there's more colors. Where are these other colors? Well, what I know about that, from what I've heard, is that our eyes can only perceive a certain amount of color, certain hues of color, certain ways that the light hits the color spectrum. And so there are colors, and as well as there are sounds that are beyond our physical senses. Now that fascinates me. I don't know if that fascinates you, but it definitely fascinates me. And so I connect in with my guides about that. And what I hear is, or get a sense of through my knowing, is that that is true, because we are limited as humans to only a certain percentage of consciousness. And so there are ways of being and lives to live outside of our human vessels. And that's why I have this connection of hearing and seeing in different hues, if you will, different frequencies. And I'm reminded of the ringing ears. Some of you have a clicking. I just found one of my newest friends has clicking in her ears when her guides are trying to get her attention. So there's clicking sound. Others have a high-pitched sound that comes through. I have that. I've got, and sometimes it comes in one side or the other, depending on, where the information's coming from. Other times I'll get sensations in my body, like really, really cold or heat that just kind of floods me with heat, brings it all the way up through. Sometimes I feel like there's things over here, like right over here. Thank you, Reefy, for that information. And the other thing I wanted to point out with Reefy is, look, he's holding this, what looks like a magic ball, right? A crystal ball. Isn't that cool? So he's getting lots of good information to look into. So what else do I want to say to you? Looks like I have about 5 minutes. We still do have a couple minutes if you want to call in, guys. I'd love to talk to you. Otherwise, let's see what else wants to be said. So let's bring the energies from your guides, teachers, angels, totem animals, totem spirits, beings of the in-between. Bring all of those energies into where you live inside of your physical vessel. I call this the full body system. The full body system exists in your physical vessel as well as in every other system that's connected to your physical system. So your soul, your emotions, your thoughts, your relationships, your communication, all the different systems that exist so that you can have a place in the world. Let's connect in with those now and bring all of your guides into this moment. Invite them in and ask them right now for their help. Tell them what you're going through. Tell them what you need. They are here for you, waiting for you to connect consciously, out loud, purposefully. They want you to connect to them because then they know that you want help. Then they know that you want support from them. Nasanda hiaba yehu hada yehu duehu adaba yetu. All right, I'm also told that we want to connect in with our crystal beings and ask them for their help as well. So we bring in our crystal being friends into this now, and we ask them to assist us. Give us exactly what we need, the information that they're holding for us. So I bring in the fluorite that I'm holding and any information it has for me today. And I bring in the selenite crystal palace information into my consciousness. Nasadetu nabehiu dayetu adaye yasate utu anama itunu amaye yua nade yuaye anamamaye anana. And these guys are reminding me that they are here for you and they're energetically connected. So let yourself receive the support that you need in every moment. I adore you. I love you to pieces. And I'm so glad you're here. And next week, we're going to have a special guest. Her name is Sarah. And she is going to share with us about her journey on this episode next week at noon Pacific time. So I'm so glad you came. And yes, I told you I would just ramble on unless one of you call in. So if you want to hear yourself, if you want to get guidance, this is the place. I love you guys. We'll talk to you next week. Know that your life is up to you and that I am here for you. So give me any information about what you want if we haven't already covered it, okay? brightbutterflynetwork.com, theempowermeshow@gmail.com. I love you. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Empower Me Show with Pam Bright on Transformation Talk Radio. Tune in to learn more about living a fully empowered life. Remember that your life is up to you, and you can choose the spiritual path you are on. There is spiritual energy and wisdom in everything and everyone around you. Listen carefully for what the universe is trying to tell you in every moment. You are already being guided along your journey. Call upon your spirit guides anytime you need help with anything. Know that you are safe in every moment, even if it seems that you are not. For more information about Pam Bright, visit brightbutterflyenterprises.com or email theempowermeshow@gmail.com. Thank you very much for listening. We hope to see you next week.